Have you ever wondered how much of what you see on TV is truly real? And before we dive in, here's a friendly reminder to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It helps keep content like this coming your way. For years, audiences have held their breath watching Man vs. Wild, right? And host Bear Grylls fearlessly tackled the harshest environments on the planet, making many of us gasp at his daring antics. Whether it was scaling mountains, wading through snake-infested waters, or yes, even drinking his own urine. And but while many tuned in to marvel at his survival skills, a question loomed large. Was everything on the show as authentic as it seemed? Um, Bear Grylls, for those who don't know, isn't new to adventure. Born into a privileged family, he had access to unique training opportunities from a young age. He learned sailing, mountaineering, and karate, and even worked with the UK's territorial army and navy. His adult exploits are even more impressive, including climbing Everest and traversing icy seas. Yet, even the most adventurous background doesn't shield someone from whispers of exaggeration, especially when it comes to television. Um, that one undeniable element of Man versus Wild is its real locations. In the series of the uh, Grylls has indeed ventured into jungles, mountains, deserts, and icy landscapes across the globe. Uh, some episodes, however, have undergone post-production tweaks to enhance the drama. They can see admitted to editing certain scenes and even using props to heighten the thrill factor. Um, for example, in one volcanic adventure, Bear commented on the dangers of sulfur dioxide fumes from the lava, only for it to later come to light that a smoke machine had been used to create the effect. Uh, it's not all smoke and mirrors, though. Bear Grylls really does perform extreme stunts and eat things most of us wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Uh, from intestinal fluids to raw goat testicles, Grylls has consumed some downright jaw-dropping delicacies to survive. Uh, of course, behind the brutal conditions and cringeworthy meals, there's a production team nearby making sure nothing truly catastrophic happens. Uh, Still, you might wonder how much is exaggerated. Uh, it turns out quite a bit. In one episode involving wild horses in California, the animals were later revealed to be trained horses brought in just for the shoot. Another time, Grylls appeared to be braving bone-chilling temperatures overnight in the wilderness, only for reports to surface that he'd stayed in a nearby hotel during the shoot. Even his survival scenarios are often pre-planned well in advance, with Grylls being briefed on what obstacles he'll face before filming begins. Despite these revelations, the show still delivers valuable survival tips. And who can forget its memorable moments, like Grylls squeezing water out of elephant dung to drink? And while dramatic, experts later clarified that this technique could actually make someone seriously ill. Is something that talks about crappy idea. Bear Grylls himself has addressed some of the criticisms. Back in 2008, he apologized for certain exaggerated scenarios on the show, but stood by its mission. Man vs. Wild wasn't just about the raw truth. It was about making survival entertaining and accessible. Think of it as a thrilling guide, not a documentary. At the end of the day, the show walks a fine line between reality and showmanship. While some might feel kind of misled, others embrace it for what it is: adventurous entertainment. And hey, without Bear Grylls risking his stomach on dubious smacks, we'd miss out on plenty of dinner table conversations. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.